Hello, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with another round of modding this week. We have Josh Lindy playing 4-color control, aka Yorion Omnath, slash Money Pile, slash whatever you want to refer to it as, and Leland, I think it's Machin, playing what I thought was Esper Smallpox, but it's definitely Orzhov Smallpox. He does play a Triome, though, for prismatic ending purposes. But unfortunately not the Esper Triome, because I'm pretty sure it doesn't exist. It's a cool deck. I was talking to Leland before the tournament because he had asked to borrow Silver Smoke Ghouls. And I was like, why do you need Silver Smoke Ghouls? That is too aggressive of a card for your playstyle, sir. And he laughed. Showed me the deck, and I was like, oh, interesting. I know, right? Like, Smallpox is cool. I don't think anyone's really played a Smallpox deck at the store in at least a month or two. So I was like, alright, let's get it on stream. And like, Josh is a friend of mine as well. So I was like, let's just get them both on the camera. Get to tease both of them about random things while watching two cool decks. I'm in. Josh has been playing this 4-color deck for a little while now. He's got it all blinged out with his preferred versions of cards. He also has a lot of foils, which is always pretty to look at. Honestly, that expressive iteration he has, the promo pack one, is one of my favorite arts, or like frames of the recent year, or since Strixhaven's come out. I like it more than I like the Mystical Archive, to be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of the Mystical Archive frame, but it is what it is. We're just going to see a Triumph and then a Wooded Foothills. Leland's going to hard cast a Bloodghast, which means we're definitely not playing Dredge. I will say, there are some really cool interactions in this Smallpox deck that makes it really cute. Like, I'm actually a fan of the deck. It looks really cool. It looks like it would be insanely fun to pilot. Josh's going to fetch out another Triumph. Doesn't have the Ren and 6 to smooth out the mana base because of Leland taking with Inquisition of Kozilek. Or Inquisition of Kozilek. Yeah. We are getting ever closer to Star City, Philadelphia, aka SCG Con Philadelphia. If you folks are going, what are you playing? Have you decided what you're playing yet? I've narrowed it down to 2 decks, I think, unless something tragic happens in the next 7 days, which hopefully is not the case, but maybe. I'm going between Amulet Titan and Blue-Red Murktide myself. We're going to see we're tanking on a prismatic ending here. Yeah, we're going to ending the Bloodghast. That's interesting. Just getting rid of the attackers.
I don't know what's going on over there.
And tap land go.
Does that mean this lives?
There is a Liliana of the Veil.
What year is it? Resolve?
What year was original Innistrad? I was making a lot of jokes on one day about Lily. I can't remember what year she actually came out. I kept making other comments like, oh, you're about to get beat by 2014. I don't know if that's when the card came out or not. I'm not particularly a fan of Liliana of the Veil in this current format. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I know people like it a lot. And I know it has been exceptionally good in the past.
Apparently it's heavily played. I don't know who. Dredge. Who plays Dredge anyway? Let's see it in weeks. Hey. I don't know. You're making fun of my
We're going to expressive iteration here. Look at the 3 cards at the top of our deck. I love that card, man. Every time I cast iteration, even the bad iterations feel good still. I was playing with my coworker last night. I was playing with my friend last night. And I was like, alright, iteration, land. And I was like, I mean, this sets me up for 2 land drops. Like, I'm honestly okay with this. You put a land in hand, exile land, bam. Golden. As always, folks, if you want to watch us do this live, we do stream every Monday night at 7 p.m. on Twitch at AlternateUniversesLive. There's a Soren Imperious Bloodward, which I believe is from M19. It's one of the core sets. I'm actually going to double check that real quick. Also to read off, because this card has some cool effects. Imperious Bloodlord. Core set 2020. Alright, so the 3-mana Planeswalker comes with a 4 loyalty uptick, or +1, number 1. Target creature you control gains Death Touch and lifelink until end of turn. If it's a vampire, you put a 1/1 counter on it, which interacts really well with Silver Smoke Ghoul, and I believe Bloodcast is also a vampire. Yeah, it is. It's a vampire. +1, you may sacrifice a vampire when you do so, and deals 3 damage to any target, and you gain 3 life. And then -3, you may put a vampire creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. Which is pretty cute. It's a pretty cute thing. I'm about it. Like, it's honestly got a lot of cool effects. Like, Leland just sacrificed his Bloodghast to deal 3 damage to Josh. And then the Silver gain 3 life. And then Silver Smoke Ghoul comes back in the end step. So next turn he can attack with it, sack it, shoot him for 3. Like, it's got a lot of cool applications. It was the first time we saw it. We've had it pop up on stream before. It's where I learned what the card is, actually. Harley Smale played it in a Rakdos Vampires deck. So it's cool to see it cross over into a different deck. Plays a lot of cool. His deck played a lot of cool standard cards that I did not know what they were. Speaking of standard cards that I don't know the names of, how about Kamigawa? Kamigawa looks pretty cool. I'm excited. With the green channel land, Besiege, who endures all, I believe is the name. That card is really sweet and potentially problematic. I don't know if it is or not, but like, it's a cool card, man. It's gonna do some cool things. I imagine we'll see I think a Naya will probably be the way to go, but a Naya of red and 6 lands deck. You could also just push for 4 colors, but the blue one's really not that good. Out of the channel lands. The white one's solid, the red one's okay. It makes dudes. But like, red and 6 is buying back Procedure every turn. Or if you have Procedure in hand already, like buying back the white one, his name I don't remember, but like, it does shoot something for 4. If they're attacking or blocking, I think. It's a good way to deal with a Ragavan. Especially because that deck will definitely play Ragavan itself. So we got Prismatic Ending and a card that is getting viciously shuffled. It looks like another Silver Smoke Ghoul, I think.
We're gonna +6. Give this.
I'm gonna uptick Soren, but a 1/1 counter. Give it a lifelink as well.
Sure. I'll go to 24. You'll go to.
It's gonna crack in for 4. Leon's gonna go to 24.
And go to end step. I got another one. Pass.
Josh has the Omnath in hand. I imagine he can cast it. Yeah, he's got 2 Triumphs. He should be able to. 2 Triumphs plus 2 Shocks. Should almost always mean you can cast them. Promise he doesn't have the land to follow up with. Which is one of the worst feelings in that deck. When you're playing, you play out your Omnath, but you don't have the fetch land. Or the red and 6 to buy back the fetch lands. So you don't get to do your really good thing that you can do.
I will attack Lily.
Actually, I think I probably would have ran out the Omnath, though. I'm not gonna lie. Oh no, it's still his turn. Okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure you run out the Omnath, but Hmm.
So sorry. Mostly won't use these ultimate. Because I can cheat my things into play easier. So that's a... I don't want... Alright. Okay. Alright, I'm going to do it this way. Okay.
Right. Pitching an Omnath to evoke a Solitude. Going to
attack,
exile. Okay, we have an Ephemerate. I see.
Ephemerate.
So we're going to Ephemerate the Solitude, which means he'll be able to hit both creatures here.
That.
Leland's going to gain a good chunk of life. He's going to go to 28, 31. So I don't know if I ever actually update properly. Oh, he's not going to gain life at all. He's going to sack both of the Silver Smoke Ghouls to draw 2 cards. Effects that, like, you just kind of forget that exist, but are pretty solid overall. I was always a big fan of Silver Smoke Ghoul when I was playing Dredge. It's just a cool card. Like, you gain 3 life, you get a 3/1. Like, that works for me. If you have to sack it so you can, you know, Dredge again, also a cool thing. Lily's going to make Leland drop a Thoughtseize. Don't know if... or we know what Josh discards. Josh discards the Omnath in hand. Alright. Play a land. Landfall that Bloodghast out.
Sack the Bloodghast to deal 3 damage there.
We're going to sack the Bloodghast to shoot down the Solitude. Which means Leland will go up to 27, which means that Leland gets the Silver Smoke Ghouls back in the end step. We're going to Ephemerate the Coatl here, draw a card, and then draw for turn.
Yep.
Very simple play, but always feels pretty good. I think it's a Spreading Seas and a Flooded Strand. Don't know how good either of them are in this situation. I don't know if, like, you could cast a Spreading Seas targeting something, draw a card. Yeah, Josh is just going to scoop it up. Alright, Leo's going to take game 1, and we will be right back with game 2 with Josh on the play. And we are back with game 2, folks. We got Josh lead on that Windswept Teeth, and we're passing. Not like, the deck doesn't really do much. Turn 1. Got a Concealed Courtyard into an Inquisition of Kozilek. I imagine he's going to take the Ren in 6 day.
Man, I just want that card. It's like my favorite card.
You know, he kept saying, he's like, I can't beat that card. Can't beat that card. So I was messing with Josh. I was like, just mold a hand of 3 Ren and 6s. Guaranteed it on 2. You're fine. You know, then Leland, like, grief Ephemerates, and they're just confused. There's the rest of the hand's got an Endurance, a nice Fang Coatl. Minimum 2 lands, but could be 3. What land are we gonna pick? Looks like a Ketria Triumph. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to tap 2 for another Bloodghast. Josh is going to flash in an Ice Fang Coatl here. I just love the idea of tap 2, play Bloodghast. It's so simple, but I love it. I'm just used to people being, like, milling it and then be like, alright, cool, land, return, Bloodghast, attack. I'm going to Spreading Seas a Courtyard here. Ironically, I updated after he gets the blue mana. His name said S for Smallpox until now, but now it says Orzhov. But ironically, we're gonna play that Fetid Heath. We're gonna landfall. We're gonna play another one.
I'll pass. Is that good? That's fine. I'll go to block. Sure.
We got an endurance flash in there, so it'll block a bloodcast. I wasn't the craziest about the borderless elemental arts when they first came out, but honestly, they're just looking better and better.
There are drawbacks to 4-color decks. There are. Turns out. I guess we take the pass. You good? Yep.
Got some good back and forth gameplay here.
Rip the Omnath. Not done.
Leland has ending Thoughtseize, looks like. Expressive Iteration. Again, a card always feels good to cast, man. I'm very much a fan of that. Hey, you found a red in 6. Ironically, if he plays it, I mean, it doesn't die. He gets smacked by a Bloodcast, but I don't know if he has red card in hand. I feel like it's exile red in 6, put Fury in hand, cast Fury. But, like, again, I don't know if he has the red card in hand or not. I don't know if I would take the Coatl myself. The Fury plays not the greatest because he has a fetch land right now, but yeah, so he's going to flash in the Coatl, going to draw a card.
And a pass.
Unfortunately for Josh, Leland has protection for the Bloodcasts, as in they'll just come right back. Josh had Ephemerate, that'd be nice. I could have prismatic on the Endurance using the Concealed Courtyard that was hit with Spreading Seas to produce a third color. And going to attack in for 4 here. Now the tricky part is if he just takes the 4, the Bloodcasts, when they come back now, they'll be able to have haste. I believe it's when your opponent has 10 or less life. It could be less than 10 life, but I'm pretty sure it's 10 or less. I'm very open to being wrong, though, so is a high possibility. There's a Windswept Heath. This is the thing that I don't like about the Omnath deck. Uh, your good hands are crazy because you can just amount so much random advantage that does so many different things. But your slower hands slash bad hands slash hands that are okay if you don't get interacted with, they're just not very good. You don't end up doing as much. Now, granted, you can. The farther you get into the game, the more likely you are to win it. Uh, as long as you're not like me, keep drawing fetch land after fetch land. But hard cast Fury here is pretty sick. Because even though like the Bloodghast could come back, okay, we're gonna Solitude one of them. Trade with the other one. Josh is gonna gain 3 life. That's going to go to 20, I believe.
You go. Is it 19?
Maybe it's 17. Maybe already updated. Nope, 19. Okay.
Yeah, no. So I had you at 17 before that.
You hit me.
Oh, yeah, right.
Thoughtseize hit with it, and then I gained 2.
Oh, yeah, because I forgot to take a damage off for the Coatl.
I was thinking it was 3, I'm sorry.
That's alright. How would we do?
Fetches out of Savai Triumph. We're going to landfall back a Bloodghast. I'll say the Omnath deck is like the king. I call it a 4-color control. It's basically 4-color tempo or mid range, and it's probably arguably the best mid range deck, just because it does the best things over time. Ooh, there's a Sorin. That's cool. Sorin doesn't uptake out of Fury range, does it?
Unfortunately.
Refine Sorin Imperius. There it is. Oh, it does actually. That's pretty cool.
I could just do a 3 to you, I think, because then I'll have haste next turn again. Pass the turn.
My man is not respecting the hardcast Fury. Because Coatl could just attack and then Fury can kill it.
Oh, I didn't gain 3 2.
Yeah, I get. Right, okay. So you had 21?
21.
Yeah, here comes the Fury, you can do 4 to it. And then killing out the Coatl.
No fun here.
Fury is so good. Which of the elementals do you... I mean, I think the answer is... I think the answer is just Solitude. But do you have a differing opinion? Which elemental do you think is the best of the Evoke elemental line from MH2? Like, I think it has to be Solitude. Or, as people were saying, or calling it on Twitter, sort of Force of Will. But there's the Thoughtseize, we got Endurance, Veil of Summer. Counterspell? Yeah, Counterspell. And then I can't tell what that card is at the end. It looks like a Priest of Felrate's sketch art, and that can't be right. Josh's deck can't produce black mana, at least to my knowledge. What was that card? The overlay covers the graveyard.
I guess we'll go ahead and kill this Ice Fang. And pass turn. 2 cards? 2 cards.
casually shopping for Magic cards.
Attack.
Yep.
13.
Yep.
Yo, my day has been made. Dave Mart. Whoever the TCG player seller Dave Mart is, I just want you to know that you're my favorite person. I've been trying for so long to get Time Spa Remastered Italian Primeval Titans. I have 2. He just posted a 3rd one.
Trigger on the stack. Yeah.
I love it. Yep, but these cards, hopefully the Expedited should be able to get them here before the tournament. I imagine they will. They're not cards that I'm like crazy waiting on, or crazy need. The one is just a gift.
I think this
But-
deck works a lot better if I draw Liliana. Crushed the game one.
Okay. Have to browse around on his TCG player in a bit. We got a Fury, we have an Endurance. Leland has what looks like. No, he's got cards in hand. They're just black sleeves. Alright. Cracking in for 6 here. He's gonna take and go to 7. The downside to Bloodcast is the card can't block. We're gonna buy Yorion here. Play land. I think this is Josh's game. I mean, he has lethal on board. Barring Leland having something here that stops. Oh. Oh, good attacking for 2. Block the Endurance. Plays a land, bring it back. And we're going to cast, I think it's Edgar Charmed
I don't know what I'm
Groom?
gonna do. I'm gonna counterspell it though.
Oh no.
I don't know what it does.
Standard
I feel
cards.
Like that can't be wrong. You're at 7.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was okay. Alright, Josh is going to take game 2. We're going to be a 1-1. We're going to be right back in just a second. Game 3.
Alright, and I
Stay
open
tuned.
up with my Ren here.
The trick is to keep double red.
Oh, that, you know what? I was thinking it.
Okie doke, folks. We're back with game 3. We got Leland on the play, leading with a Castle Locked Win. And Josh is going to.
Before he gets Ren down.
I don't know. Let's see what Josh has. It might be a Winds Up Teeth Path. It is. 4-color control, baby.
What if he has Veil though?
Very simple play lines.
I don't like that fun.
For like 2 turns. 3 turns. Then it gets complicated.
Not have it.
Especially when they land an Omnath and they have the fetch land loop. Or like fetch land Omnath every turn. And it just has so much mana. Alright, there's an Inquisition to Kozilek, or of Kozilek. I don't know why I keep saying to Kozilek.
I motorbike for myself here. My 80 card deck, my 2 cards.
Second castle. We're getting there. Slowly.
Alright, we got double castle. But if I remember correctly, this is where Leland gets to do some cool stuff. There's a Flagstones of Trocare,
Finally drew this half of my deck.
and
Exciting.
here's a Smallpox.
Thing.
Which means he can sack the Flagstones of Trocare,
In response,
and then still get a land off of the effect.
sorry, that's
Value.
I thought you were just sacking your fetch land. I mean, that also plays.
it does play.
August and Legacy. I was like, what?
I'm gonna float a green and a blow.
It does.
Ooh, the post.
You go to like.
Resolve
going
Swaddle. I like it.
We got a discard.
Yeah.
Did you win?
And we lose a life.
I think.
He fetched twice, right?
Yes. Thank you.
And I fetch 0.
Discard 2 Death Shadows on 1 mill.
And with the mana, play my Fang.
Yep.
Smallpox value is so cute.
I will play this. Attack for 1.
I guess like the dream is to have turn 1 Trocaire, turn 2 whatever the filter land is, and then filter for double black, cast Smallpox, sack it, going first, yeah, sack it, and then have your opponent get to 0 lands while you still have 2. Speaking of Smallpox, there's another one. It's cool that I can grab you a Triumph, or a Flagstone can grab you a Triumph. I think my favorite Flagstones list, and it's Titan, like it's just a Titan deck. But my favorite Flagstones list is just green-white Titan to play Devilish Reclaimer. That was so fun to play pre-image too. It was like my go-to variant for that deck.
Josh, you think about it like this. He does not hit you with anything.
Not yet.
You eventually have to run out of Smallpox.
Do I though?
1 card in hand.
1 card. Surprise, it's a good one.
There's a Liliana of the Veil.
Flare lands and plus.
Leon has 5 lands in play. The Planeswalker. Josh has 2 lands in play. And 2 cards in hand. 3 cards in hand. About to be 2. He's a Time Raveler at least. I mean, doesn't really do much for him. He gets to draw a card and then hopefully keep the Omnath in hand. Unless whatever he draws is better than the Omnath, but... I don't know. I'm not glad here. I don't know what the correct playline would be here. I don't... no matter what, I just don't think Josh is in a good spot. He's going to fetch and shock out a Sacred Foundry. There's a Time Raveler. Down, take and draw a card. Bouncing nothing. Josh, what did we pick up? Is that an Ephemerate?
Thank you.
He's so secretive with his hand.
Land plus.
Oh, it wasn't the Omnath. There's an Abundant Growth on the Secret Foundry here. Gonna draw a card. Uptick to Fairy. Found a counterspell at least. It's pretty solid. It's not the greatest. Unfortunately, luckily for Josh, Leland doesn't have creatures on board to start beating him down with. But I mean, he's gonna get very close. Uptick to Fairy, discard Uptick Lily, discard the other Liliana, play the Silver Smoke Ghoul in his hand.
Plus. We'll try to just cast this guy. Pass.
Omnath. Oh snap, did we not keep the Omnath? Ignore the text being sideways, or the life total being sideways for a second there. It's getting asked a question, I accidentally hit, or I hit vertical text. Ooh, apologies for that yawn there. Oh no, we had to fetch first. The Abundant Growth confused me. I thought it was a land. It's when it's on the Sacred Foundry. Okay, I'm gonna down take the Lily, kill the Fairy. Play another Silver Smoke Ghoul. incidental damage. What a Fury. Right, abundant growth.
No cards in hand.
Right, he's gonna buy Yorion. What are the other card? It looked like a Time Raveler, I think.
Pitch for 6.
Texan for 6.
Oh,
Drew Soren.
excuse me. Sorry.
Could dome him for 3 here.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
I mean, no, it resolved. I just
Okay.
I'm thinking I want to discard.
Alright, Liliana uptick.
And then,
Sack a Silver Smoke Ghoul, shoot Josh for 3. End step will bring back the Ghoul, because Leon gains 3 life from the Bloodlord effect.
Yep. I had a couple plays here. I wasn't aware.
I think that might be game, folks.
That was the wrong order. Alright, you got it.
Alright.
yeah.
And Leland's going to take it 2-1 with Orzhov Smallpox over 4-color Omnath control, featuring Yorion. Thank you for watching, folks. Have a great rest of your day. We do appreciate you greatly.